Inside the car, Leo's sweaty hands clench the steering wheel, his worry palpable. A worn photo of a child, a silent passenger, is taped to the dashboard. Everyone thinks a robbery starts when the door opens, Leo says, his voice tight with anxiety. Truth is, it starts long before that. Sunlight cuts through the gloom of the abandoned warehouse, illuminating dust motes and the tense figures within. Leo stands before Maya, Rico, and Sam, a coiled energy simmering beneath his calm facade. Leo's voice, though measured, carries the weight of command. 30 minutes. No heroes, no mistakes. Rico's arrogance flares. I was born for this. Maya's sharp retort cuts through Rico's bravado. No, you were born impatient, that's worse. The bank buzzes with the rhythm of morning, a symphony of everyday life unfolding in hurried steps and hushed conversations. Leo watches, a shadow of regret momentarily clouding his gaze as he observes the mundane. The sunlight glints off the glass doors, illuminating faces etched with routine and expectation. A silent battle wages within him, a tempest of conflicting emotions threatening to surface. He steels himself, the weight of his purpose settling heavily on his shoulders. Remember why you're here, Leo whispers, his words a mantra against the encroaching tide of doubt. The bank door slams open, shattering the peace as Rico storms in, gun raised, eyes blazing with wild intent. Everyone down! Now! Rico's command echoes through the bank, igniting a frenzy of panic and desperate scrambling. Screams pierce the air as terrified customers dive for cover, their faces etched with raw, unfiltered fear. Amidst the chaos, Leo steps forward, a stark contrast of calm against the storm of panic. Breathe. Nobody dies today, Leo declares, his voice a steady beacon in the swirling vortex of terror. Inside the bank, Leo's intense gaze meets Jessica's, a teller trembling with fear. Leo attempts to reassure her, his voice a low, steady anchor. Look at me. You're okay. Jessica is unable to respond, her eyes wide with silent terror. Maya's voice cuts through the tension, a sharp reminder. Timer's running. The clock ticks down as Maya urgently continues. Vault in 6 minutes. Inside the bank, Maya's face drains of color as she whispers, her voice trembling with rising panic. Leo, vault's empty, Maya says, her words hanging in the tense air. Leo's face contorts in disbelief as his carefully constructed world crumbles. What? He asks. Maya's desperate explanation cuts through the silence. They moved the cash last night. Rico steps forward, suspicion hardening his features as he glares. You lying? Jessica's anxious eyes scan the bank, sweat beading on her brow, her unease palpable. Leo's jaw tightens, the weight of Jessica's revelation sinking in, a grim understanding dawning. They reroute money because of inside jobs. To test security, Jessica says, her voice laced with panic. Leo's voice cuts through the tension, a stark acknowledgement of their plight. Then we're the example. From outside, a muffled voice booms through a megaphone, sealing their fate. You are surrounded. Rico's eyes dart frantically, desperation seizing him. I'm not going back, Rico shouts, making a reckless dash toward the exit. Gunshots erupt, shattering the tense silence. Maya gasps, horrified. Oh God. Leo barks orders. Take her, back door, now. Rico falls, the echo of gunfire still ringing. Sam asks, what about you? Leo replies, I'll buy you time. Months have passed. Leo sits in the stark prison visiting room, separated from his child by thick glass. A hesitant smile flickers across Leo's face, mirrored by his child, a silent, poignant connection. The sterile environment amplifies the emotional weight of their constrained reunion. Leo's eyes reflect a deep regret, a father's sorrow etched into his weary features. I didn't steal money, I stole time. Leo reflects, his voice echoing with remorse. And time always collects its debt, he concludes, the weight of his words hanging heavy in the air. In the harsh glare of the kitchen light, Leo is besieged by a mountain of debt. Bills litter the table, a stark testament to his financial woes. A framed photo of his child stands as a beacon amidst the chaos. His fingers gently trace the smiling face, a bittersweet gesture of love. His eyes reflect a turmoil of love and growing desperation. The weight of responsibility bears down on him, heavy and unrelenting. In the abandoned warehouse, dust motes shimmer in the moonlight as Leo addresses the group. Leo gestures, his face illuminated with fierce determination. "All right, listen up. This is how it's going to go down," Leo declares, his voice echoing. Maya stands apart, her brow furrowed, radiating concern in the dim light. "Leo, I still don't like this. It's too risky," Maya expresses, her voice laced with worry. "Relax, Maya. It'll be quick, clean, in and out. I promise," Leo reassures her, a glint in his eye. In the soft morning light, Leo watches his child walk towards school, a bittersweet ache in his heart. A wave of guilt washes over Leo, threatening to drown him in the consequences of his choices. His eyes trace his child's every step, each footfall a heavy echo of unspoken fears and looming threats. Leo's face is etched with a silent battle, a desperate plea for a future he might never secure. The school bell rings, a stark reminder of innocence, juxtaposed against the harsh realities closing in. In a flashback, Maya hunches over her laptop, its glow highlighting her focused face. Her fingers fly across the keys. She navigates the bank's security system, a digital maze reflecting in her intense eyes. A bead of sweat traces her temple, a testament to the high stakes and moral conflict. Her brow furrows in concentration, a silent battle between right and wrong playing out. Despite the turmoil, her determination is clear. She is committed to helping Leo, whatever the cost. In a dim, cluttered apartment, Rico sits hunched over a table, the only light glinting off the cold steel of his gun. His fingers move with practiced ease, each motion precise as he disassembles and cleans the weapon. A manic grin slowly spreads across Rico's face, a disturbing hint of the violence brewing within him. His eyes gleam with dark anticipation. He seems to relish the thought of the adrenaline, the chaos. Rico's grin widens, a clear sign of the storm about to break. In the flashback, Sam drives, his grip tight on the wheel, a study in contained intensity. His face, a stoic mask, reveals nothing of the inner conflict churning within. Loyalty etched deep, he'd do anything for Leo, his steadfast friend. The car speeds on, carrying a silent promise of unwavering support. Inside the bank, a security guard's gaze pierces Rico, suspicion clouding his features. Rico's eyes narrow, returning the glare with a simmering intensity. His hand instinctively moves, a silent threat reaching for the weapon concealed beneath his coat. Tension fills the air, as a silent standoff escalates between Rico and the security guard. Inside the bustling bank, Jessica subtly tries to activate the silent alarm, her movements masked with practiced calm. A sudden, chilling realization dawns as Maya's eyes lock onto Jessica, her gaze sharp and questioning. The air thickens with unspoken tension as Maya's suspicion threatens to unravel Jessica's careful plan. A silent battle of wits ensues, each woman acutely aware of the stakes as their interaction escalates. Chaos erupts inside the bank. A desperate customer makes a break for freedom. Rico explodes into action, a human wall against the fleeing figure. With brutal force, Rico intercepts the customer, shattering his hopes of escape. The customer crashes to the ground, dreams of freedom dissolving into harsh reality. Silence descends as all eyes turn to the fallen customer, a stark reminder of the bank's control. Leo surveys the chaotic bank, his gaze drawn to a pregnant woman among the terrified hostages. He moves toward her cautiously, a reassuring smile gracing his lips amidst the surrounding panic. His movements are slow, measured, each gesture designed to project calmness and control. He offers her a bottle of water, a silent offer of comfort in the heart of danger. His eyes reflect a deep empathy, a beacon of hope in the bank's tense atmosphere. Inside the bank, Maya's eyes dart around, a sense of urgency gripping her as she scans the room. Her gaze sharpens, spotting a hidden camera discreetly tucked away. With nimble fingers, she swiftly moves, her expression a mask of concentration. A subtle click echoes as she disables the device, buying them precious time. Maya pauses, a fleeting look of triumph mixed with lingering tension crossing her face. Inside the bustling bank, Rico's agitation intensifies. He begins pacing erratically, his unease growing with each step. His muttering grows louder, a palpable wave of anxiety radiating from him as he navigates the crowded space. Each glance around the room fuels his growing paranoia. His eyes dart from one person to the next. His breath becomes more rapid, his internal turmoil threatening to erupt into visible chaos. Inside the bustling bank, tension hangs heavy as Sam's watchful gaze darts to the back door. Every movement, every shadow is scrutinized as escape plans formulate in Sam's mind. The mundane sounds of banking fade into a background hum, overshadowed by the anticipation. A bead of sweat trickles down Sam's temple, a silent testament to the high stakes at play. The back door looms large, a beacon of potential freedom and a gateway to the unknown. Each second stretches into an eternity as Sam prepares to seize the moment for their daring exit. Amidst the stark tension of the bank, Jessica's eyes are fixed on Leo, trying to decipher his intentions. His face is etched with genuine concern as he speaks to the hostages, his words measured and calm. A subtle flicker of understanding sparks within Jessica as she observes Leo's empathy. Jessica begins to see Leo in a new light, a shift in perception altering the dynamics of the scene. The morning sun glints off armored vehicles as a SWAT team descends upon the bank, their arrival swift and decisive. Figures in black tactical gear fan out, a silent wave of authority washing over the scene. Each member moves with precision, their actions a synchronized dance of impending force. They assume strategic positions, rifles raised, their focus absolute, a silent promise in the air. The bank, once a symbol of security, is now encircled, the calm before the storm. Tension hangs heavy, an invisible barrier between the outside world and the secrets held within. Muffled sirens grow, a tightening knot around Leo's plans. His nervous gaze sweeps over the hostages, their faces mirroring a shared dread. Each face is a canvas painted with fear. The unmistakable arrival of the SWAT team confirms the impending doom. Time, once an ally, now becomes a relentless enemy. The bank's walls seem to shrink, trapping them in a desperate standoff. Under harsh fluorescent lights, Maya's intense gaze is fixed on the imposing steel vault door. Two armed guards stand unyielding, their grim faces a stark warning. The air crackles with palpable tension, hinting at the extraordinary stakes within. This is no ordinary bank vault. It's a fortress guarding secrets untold. The bank's air crackles with unbearable tension, a silent alarm screaming louder than any siren. Rico's eyes dart frantically, desperation twisting his features as he seeks a desperate escape. Leo stands unyielding, jaw clenched, a fortress of resolve against the rising panic. "We take a hostage. It's the only way out," Rico declares, his voice a raw plea. "No, absolutely not. We don't do that," Leo retorts, his refusal echoing in the tense silence. Inside the bank's parking garage, Sam preps the getaway car, his movements precise and deliberate. He meticulously checks the engine, ensuring it runs like a whisper. Sam fine-tunes the engine, his focused gaze reflecting the gravity of the moment. A quick glance in the rearview mirror confirms the escape route is clear, no obstacles in sight. Sam's intense focus betrays the high stakes of the operation. The car is ready, an escape vessel prepped for a daring heist. Inside the bustling bank, Jessica's unease is palpable as she nervously scans her surroundings. Her eyes dart towards the unblinking security cameras, a silent battle between fear and resolve. She leans in, her voice a hushed whisper, sharing a critical detail with Leo. There's a blind spot in the camera coverage near the east exit, she reveals, her voice barely audible. A flicker of hope lights her eyes as she explains the flaw. It's a glitch in the system, I think. The fate of their plan hangs in the balance, hidden within the bank's cold, calculating gaze. Under the sterile fluorescent lights of the bank, Leo stands frozen, a battle raging within as beads of sweat form on his brow. Long shadows stretch and twist around him, mirroring the turmoil of his indecision. His eyes dart around, taking in every detail, every possible escape route. Each second feels like an eternity as he weighs the potential outcomes of his next move. The weight of his choice presses down, each path fraught with peril and unknown consequences. A silent scream trapped in his throat, he steels himself, knowing any decision could have fatal consequences. The bank is encircled by police cars, their lights flashing against the morning sky. Yellow tape marks the perimeter, sealing off the area from the outside world. Armed officers stand guard, their expressions grim and watchful. Every possible escape route is blocked, a silent promise of containment. Tension hangs heavy in the air as the standoff unfolds. Inside the bank, Maya's fingers fly across the control panel, a whirlwind of concentrated energy focused on her task. A decisive click echoes in the tense atmosphere as Maya completes her sequence. The piercing shriek of the alarm abruptly ceases, its sudden silence hanging heavy in the air. A beat of breathless quiet descends as Maya pauses, her expression unreadable in the aftermath. The stillness amplifies the weight of what has just transpired, a pregnant pause before the next move. Inside the bank, Rico's face twists into a mask of raw impatience, his eyes burning with wild desperation. The air thickens with palpable tension as Rico seizes a nearby hostage. He shoves the cold barrel of his gun against the hostage's temple, a brutal declaration of intent. Rico's knuckles turn bone white as he maintains his vice-like grip. Every muscle in Rico's body is taut, coiled like a spring ready to snap. The hostage trembles, caught in Rico's desperate act. Leo enters, his presence immediately seizing control, quieting the chaos with an unspoken command. His movements are deliberate, each gesture carefully measured to project unwavering authority. Leo's gaze sweeps across the room, assessing every detail, every potential threat. The air crackles with anticipation as all eyes fixate on him, drawn by his calm demeanor. A subtle shift occurs as Leo's control begins to subtly ease the pervasive tension. His very presence promises order, a beacon of calm amidst the surrounding turmoil. In the bank's silent depths, Sam stumbles upon a concealed tunnel, its entrance hidden from the world. The tunnel descends sharply, a dark maw leading into the unknown. A steep descent into darkness, the air growing heavy, with the scent of damp earth and decay. The tunnel opens into the city's sewer system. Water trickles down the walls as the tunnel reveals the vast, echoing expanse of the city's sewer system. Sam peers into the sewer, the city's underbelly stretching out before him. Jessica moves through the bank's marble corridors, her footsteps a soft echo in the grand space. With a confident gesture, she reveals hidden passages behind ornate wall panels, unseen by the world. Each step is meticulously planned, each route an escape laid out in her mind with precision. A sense of anticipation fills the air as she outlines their audacious plan. Every revealed detail adds a layer of complexity to their ambitious scheme. Inside the bank, Leo's intense gaze sweeps over the chaotic scene, a silent assessment of mounting danger. Masked faces and fearful eyes fill the frame as the heist spirals, each second ratcheting up the tension. A single bead of sweat betrays Leo's inner turmoil, a stark sign of the plan unraveling. Escape route compromised, the weight of command presses down on Leo as he steels himself to make a difficult choice. His voice cuts through the tension, a desperate gamble. "All right, listen up. We split up. It's the only way we get out of here," Leo declares, his words hanging in the air, a last-ditch strategy. Inside the bustling bank, Maya and Sam move with a calculated grace, their synchronized steps echoing their shared purpose. Their practiced efficiency is on full display as they navigate toward the back door, their movements betraying no hesitation. Leo lingers near the bank's heart, a mask of calculated calm concealing the turbulent storm raging within. Each step is measured, each glance precise, as they execute their plan with cold determination. The air crackles with unspoken tension as they approach their goal, the vault door looming in the distance. Time seems to slow as they reach the final hurdle, the fate of their daring venture hanging in the balance. Morning light glints off the drawn weapons of police officers surrounding the bank, a silent promise of impending action. Tactical gear-clad figures huddle, a symphony of hushed commands and nervous energy as they prepare to breach the entrance. Unbeknownst to the forces outside, a silent countermove is already in motion within the bank's fortified walls. The escape plan unfolds, a delicate dance of deception and daring against the backdrop of the unaware authorities. Inside the bank, Leo faces the police captain, a bead of sweat betraying his calm facade as sirens wail outside. "We both know how this plays out, Captain. Let's avoid unnecessary bloodshed," Leo says, projecting a control he doesn't feel. The captain retorts, "You're in no position to negotiate, Leo. Release the hostages, now." Leo pleads, "Maya and Sam need time. Just a little more time. Give them that," and everyone walks away. Maya and Sam venture into the labyrinthine sewer tunnels, their footsteps echoing in the oppressive silence. The air hangs heavy with the stench of decay, each breath a reminder of the grim surroundings. Water drips from the low ceiling, a relentless rhythm in the echoing darkness. They move with cautious urgency, their senses alert for any sign of danger lurking in the shadows. Each step forward is fraught with tension, the unknown pressing in from all sides. The morning sun glints off the chrome as a police car appears suddenly behind Sam and Maya. A piercing siren shatters the city's hum, signaling the start of a desperate pursuit. Tires squeal as the police car accelerates, its presence an immediate threat. The chase intensifies, weaving through the crowded city streets. Sam and Maya exchange a fraught look, the gravity of their situation sinking in. Every turn becomes a gamble as the high-speed chase escalates. Inside the getaway car, Sam grips the steering wheel, knuckles white against the worn leather. Tires screech as Sam navigates a sharp turn, the city blurring into streaks of light and shadow. The engine roars, a mechanical beast straining against its limits as Sam pushes for every ounce of speed. Sam glances in the rearview mirror, eyes narrowed, the flashing lights of pursuing police cars growing closer. The car swerves violently, Sam fighting to maintain control as the chase intensifies. Adrenaline courses through Sam's veins, a mix of fear and exhilaration fueling the desperate escape. Inside the bank, tension hangs heavy as Leo purposefully distracts the approaching police. Leo's calculated stalling buys precious moments for his team. Every word, every gesture from Leo is a carefully constructed diversion. Unbeknownst to the officers, the true escape unfolds at the back. Leo's facade holds, the fate of the heist balancing on his performance. Maya and Sam trudge through the sewer, their boots splashing through the murky, unseen depths. A faint light flickers ahead, a beacon in the oppressive darkness, promising escape. They quicken their pace, hope surging as the light grows, pulling them forward. Emerging into a bustling marketplace, the vibrant chaos of life explodes around them, a stark contrast. The marketplace bursts with life, a kaleidoscope of colors and clamorous sounds enveloping Maya and Sam. Amidst the vibrant chaos, Maya and Sam move deeper, becoming shadows in the throng. They disappear, swallowed by the crowd, their figures indistinguishable from the bustling mass. The marketplace thrives, oblivious to the figures now lost within its vibrant heart. Inside the bustling bank, Leo is escorted away by authorities. A subtle, relieved expression spreads across Leo's face. His mind races with thoughts of Maya and Sam. A quiet assurance settles over him, knowing they are out of harm's way. In the stark interrogation room, Leo's rigid posture reveals nothing as he confronts the detective's intense scrutiny. "We know you know Maya and Sam. Where are they, Leo?" The detective's words hang heavy in the air, unanswered. "Leo, we can help them. Are they in danger?" The detective presses, a mix of urgency and concern etched on his face. Leo's silence screams defiance, his clenched fists betraying a storm of emotions hidden beneath the surface. "Just tell us what you know," the detective pleads, but Leo remains unyielding, a fortress of secrets in the bare room. In the silent apartment, Maya zips up a worn duffel bag, the sound amplified in the quiet. Clothes are scattered across the bed, a colorful testament to the decisions she's made. Maya pauses, her gaze sweeping over the familiar space, a bittersweet ache in her eyes. The ghost of a smile touches her lips, a silent farewell to the life she once knew. A deep breath steals her resolve as she prepares to step into the unknown. Inside his apartment, Sam is a whirlwind of frantic energy, tearing documents with savage intensity. Shredded photos flutter to the floor like fallen memories as he erases his past. He wipes down surfaces with ruthless precision, eliminating every trace. Each movement is quick and desperate, fueled by a primal need to vanish. The air grows thick with tension, a suffocating blanket of fear and urgency. He races against an invisible clock, his every action a step further into the abyss. Under the cloak of night, long shadows stretch across the city street, illuminated by the stark glow of streetlights. Maya and Sam stand face to face, a silent confrontation unfolding amidst the urban landscape. A gentle breeze whispers through the nearby trees, rustling leaves like hushed secrets in the night. The air hangs heavy with unspoken words, their silhouettes stark against the illuminated backdrop. An emotional storm brews between them, mirroring the silent drama of the city night. A harsh bulb glares down into a cramped cell, spotlighting the cold reality of concrete and steel. Leo, weathered by time and trials, sits heavily on the bunk, his silhouette stark against the wall. His gaze is fixed on the unyielding floor, lost in a labyrinth of memories and regrets. Calloused, scarred hands are clasped tight, each knuckle a testament to battles fought and lost. The weight of past choices bears down, an invisible chain binding him to this desolate space. In the oppressive silence, Leo confronts the crushing burden of his solitary confinement. Sunlight paints bars across the sterile prison visiting room, dividing hope and despair. Leo, etched with the harsh lines of prison, sits opposite his child, separated by glass. Their eyes lock, a silent bridge of love spanning the cold divide. A small hand reaches out, a fragile offering against the unyielding barrier. A handmade card presses against the glass, a burst of color in the grayness. In Leo's hardened gaze, a flicker of something long dormant, hope. Under the vast, clear sky, Maya walks towards a departing airplane, a small suitcase in hand, her steps echoing on the tarmac. She pauses, glancing back at the bustling airport terminal, her face a canvas of conflicting emotions, sadness and relief. The sun catches in her eyes as she makes a silent decision, turning her back on the terminal and facing her future. With a determined step, she ascends the stairs to the airplane, each footfall a step further away from her past. The airplane door looms, a portal to a new chapter, as she disappears into its shadowed interior. The airplane stands ready for takeoff, a silent promise of new horizons and untold stories waiting to unfold. The sun bleeds across the sky, a fiery canvas as Sam speeds westward on the endless highway. The vintage convertible becomes a silhouette, racing against the dying light toward an unknown horizon. Each mile devoured brings Sam closer to a destination shrouded in mystery and anticipation. The vibrant sunset mirrors the burning hope and uncertainty of the journey ahead. Sunlight pierces through the bank doors, illuminating the silent aftermath, a stark contrast to the chaos that had unfolded. Tellers meticulously arrange their desks, their movements precise, each action a step toward restoring order. A security guard's watchful gaze sweeps across the lobby, the weight of responsibility etched in every line of his face. Customers queue in neat lines, a fragile sense of normalcy, attempting to reclaim the space. The bank breathes again, a silent testament to resilience, as life slowly returns to its familiar rhythm. Inside the bustling police station, detectives navigate a maze of desks, the air heavy with tension and the bitter aroma of stale coffee. Files overflow from desks, a chaotic tapestry of timelines and suspect photos charting the intricate robbery case. Each piece of evidence, each scattered fragment, hints at a larger, more intricate puzzle waiting to be solved. A sense of urgency permeates the room, the weight of the unsolved case pressing down on every weary detective. Sunlight streams through the barred windows, casting long shadows across the cold prison floor. Leo, weathered by prison, sits at a worn table, his eyes reflecting a deep understanding. Mark pours out his troubles, his voice heavy with despair. Leo listens intently, his expression thoughtful and empathetic. He nods slowly, offering silent support and a glimmer of hope in the bleak surroundings. Leo shares his own life lessons, his words a lifeline in the oppressive prison atmosphere. Sunlight pierces through the window, igniting dust motes in Maya's new apartment, where unpacked boxes stand like monuments to a past life. Maya, in simple attire, scans the chaotic scene, a blend of exhaustion and resolve etched on her face. Sealed boxes hint at untold stories, juxtaposed against open ones spilling secrets into the sunlit room. She inhales deeply, a visible attempt to shed the burden of recent trials, steeling herself for what's to come. A quiet moment of determination flickers across her eyes, a silent promise of resilience. This is it, she silently affirms. The dawn of a fresh start breaking through the clutter. Sam walks alone on the beach, each step measured, his figure silhouetted against the bright, endless horizon. Waves crash softly, a constant rhythm to his solitary journey, each surge mirroring the turmoil in his heart. Lost in thought, his gaze sweeps the distant horizon, a silent question hanging in the vast expanse. He stands still, a lone figure contemplating the uncertain future, his silhouette a stark contrast to the serene sea. In the dim prison cell, Leo lies still, his face a canvas of sorrow veiled by a fragile peace as he drifts into dreams. Leo dreams of his child, a voice narrates, as sun-drenched laughter fills a vibrant park. In his dream, Leo pushes his child on a swing, the child's face alight with pure, radiant joy. The dream fractures, the vibrant park dissolves into the cold, gray reality of prison walls. The child's laughter turns into a faint, distant memory, echoing the despair of his waking world. Maya's apartment is dimly lit, casting long shadows across the room, hinting at her troubled thoughts. Maya stares intently at a photograph. It's Leo, the focus of her swirling thoughts. Her brow is furrowed, a visible sign of the internal conflict raging within her. The photograph seems to hold secrets, a silent witness to Maya's dilemma. The room is silent, amplifying the weight of her unspoken question. Did I make the right decision? Maya whispers, her voice barely audible in the stillness. Against the towering mountain, Sam begins his arduous climb, a solitary figure amidst the grandeur of nature. The wind howls, carrying the sharp scent of pine as he ascends, each step a testament to his resolve. He seeks solace in the solitude, driven by a quest for inner peace and clarity atop the formidable peak. The vast landscape unfolds beneath him, a breathtaking vista rewarding his relentless ascent. With unwavering determination, Sam presses on, his silhouette etched against the boundless sky. Sunlight slices through barred windows, painting stark shadows on Leo's prison cell. Leo, gaunt and weary, clutches a worn letter, his fingers tracing the fragile paper. He unfolds it with trembling hands, his eyes searching the familiar childlike script, narration. Each word penned by his child is a beacon of love and unwavering support. The letter is a fragile lifeline, cutting through the oppressive prison atmosphere. Sunlight bathes Maya's face as she sits at her desk, her focused gaze fixed on the screen. Her fingers dance across the keyboard, each keystroke deliberate and purposeful. With a final click, she finalizes the donation, a subtle sense of fulfillment gracing her features. The warm sunlight seems to amplify the quiet satisfaction of her selfless act. Under the relentless desert sun, Sam wanders, a solitary figure against the endless canvas of sand. He squints, shielding his eyes, a desperate search etched on his weathered face as he scans the horizon. Driven by an unseen force, he presses on, each step a testament to his unyielding determination. Hope flickers in his gaze, a silent promise of meaning and purpose in the desolate expanse. Leo lies on his back in the dim cell, his gaze drawn to the barred window, a stark frame against the night. Distant stars twinkle, piercing the darkness, offering a fleeting glimpse of freedom beyond the cold prison walls. His eyes are fixed, searching the vast, starlit expanse above. He seems to seek answers, hope, or perhaps just solace in the silent, cosmic ballet above him. In the quiet of her apartment, Maya smiles, a warmth spreading across her face in the dancing shadows. Her eyes sparkle, reflecting a newfound resolve that pierces through the stillness of the night. A soft whisper escapes her lips, a declaration of inner strength taking form. "I know that I have the strength to overcome my past," she says, her voice barely audible. Under a vast, endless sky, the ocean stretches out, an inviting expanse of shimmering blue. A lone sailboat glides across the water, its white sails billowing in the wind. Sam stands at the helm, his face tilted towards the sun, a sense of freedom in his eyes. The horizon beckons, a distant line promising adventure and the unknown. The boat cuts through the waves, leaving a trail of white foam in its wake. Sam's silhouette against the setting sun, a symbol of courage and boundless exploration. Sunlight streams through barred windows, painting shadows across the cold prison visiting room. Leo sits, separated from his child by thick glass, a telephone receiver clutched in his hand. Their eyes meet, a silent conversation bridging the divide. A profound connection. Despite the sterile setting, a warmth radiates between them, defying the cold reality. An unbreakable bond is palpable, a testament to love's resilience within prison walls. The screen fades, leaving only shadows. A faint image flickers, Leo's child. The child's smile, pure and bright, pierces the darkness, a symbol of hope, a beacon in the encroaching night. Redemption hangs in the balance, mirrored in that innocent face. The smile lingers, a promise whispered into the void.